start.
Hello and welcome to Saturday Night with Richard. What do you expect to see from this guard matchup?
These guys are lethal one-on-one, but I think the key is to keep their teammates involved, playing unselfish basketball.
And the Milwaukee starting five. Giannis plays the 4 with Portis in at center. Cunningham is out there with Josh Giddey, and it's Thompson in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Sharp, driving inside to the left wing. Here's Starks, knocks it down from distance.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Sharp. Giddey passes to Antetokounmpo. Knocks it down from 7 feet.
Yeah, one of the most efficient inside scorers. Giannis just can't be stopped.
Outside Porter. Three-pointer. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Richard, when it comes to the Bulls, they have one of the most committed fan bases in the league.
Yeah, the Chicago fans are for real. The Bulls are routinely at the top of the list for total attendance. Even on the road, there are usually Bulls fans sprinkled in every crowd.
Shoots, and that one's long. The Bulls have gone 1 for 3 so far. The 3, no good on the shot.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And Giannis with the dunk.
I mean, the size and athleticism of Giannis, arguably without precedent, an incredibly prolific finisher.
Now here's Sharp. Looking at his stats, he's getting just over 23 points a game. Outside for Porter. Starks the pass to White. 6 to shoot. The Bulls need to get off a shot. Portis with the steal. Here's Antetokounmpo. And that one's good. Antetokounmpo has got 6.
And look at Giannis using his length inside, allowing him to beat the contact and get the finish.
Starks from outside, off the mark. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Giddey passes to Cunningham. Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
Dosunmu, he's checked in for Chicago. Holland, he's checked in for Milwaukee. And let's check out which teams have been offensive juggernauts the past 10 games. The Bucks, number 1.
This team has been on an absolute tear offensively. It seems like they're able to find a shot every trip down.
Dosunmu with it. He's watched by Cunningham. Here's Starks. He drops it from range. Starks has got his 2nd basket of the night.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Giannis Antetokounmpo wants to take on the tough assignments defensively. He said, quote, "I believe I'm one of the best two-way players to ever play this game, and I want to have that challenge, knowing that you gave everything to the game and you gave everything to stop the other team's best player."
He certainly wants to dominate in every way, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Giddey, averaging almost 23 points a contest. A fantastic offensive player.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Here's Dosunmu. 6-point game. 1:41 left to play in the first quarter. And Giannis Antetokounmpo picks up that foul. That's his first foul. And they stop the action here. They're using their coach's challenge to see if they can get this foul overturned.
Substitution on the court.
People were worried that
Under NBA rules, there will be 2 minutes to review the play.
it was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Now here's Dosunmu. Yet to see a basket. Some room here for Williams. And once again, off the mark by Chicago.
Yeah, you have to knock those down. Open shots inside the arc are rare in this league.
Portis, the pass to Antetokounmpo. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
And you can see early on that Giannis wanted to be aggressive. I mean, he's taken over at the offensive end.
And here's Porter outside. The Bulls with another miss. Here's Milwaukee. They're on a 14-3 run. Giddey passes to Antetokounmpo. Holland for 3. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist.
You can't help but look toward their defense. And they're totally lost.
Dosunmu outside. Pass to Sharp. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
B.A., forget about attempting the long-range 3 to cut into that lead. Just attack the rim, my man.
Man, that was sweet. Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Holland, coming in off a 14-point game last time out. Monk for 3. And the Bucks hit again from deep.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
And the basket by Dosunmu.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
And he's going for the lob. Oh, and Giannis hammers it in.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
Giannis Antetokounmpo has been on display for Milwaukee. Oh, what a quarter. He was absolutely on. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Bucks.
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
You know, they've also been very effective at running the floor. Just a ton of points in the fast break. It's been a big part of their success.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second. Malik Monk is out there with Cunningham. Then there's Holland, then it's Henderson, and it's Beauchamp in at the small forward position. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Henderson. Pass to Buzelis. Here's Starks. Ooh, hits the difficult fadeaway jumper. Starks has got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Found some space to get off the mid-range, and he'll do damage from there if you let him.
And you look at Matas Buzelis. Size, touch, feel for the game too, Grant.
Oh, B.A., he's a connector. We all love seeing those offenses where the ball doesn't stick. He's a guy who'll keep things moving. And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Dosunmu can't hit. Milwaukee leading by 11. Pass to Holland. To the paint. And stolen by Williams. Here's Buzelis. Back to Dosunmu. Outside Davis. Here's Starks. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Personal foul.
And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not every vet wants to accept a mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that.
Porter Jr., he's checked in for Chicago. White comes in for Davis. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Coming from the ranks of the small forwards, here are the most locked-in shooters this past month. You take a look at Porter, topping the chart with his efficiency. And, of course, Ausar Thompson.
And this group does a great job of staying in attack mode. I mean, you have to be getting a lot of layups to have that kind of shooting percentage.
That's true, but they can also fill it up from outside. This is a group that can score from anywhere on the floor.
That'll be a 5-second call. Let's see some of the numbers here for him.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. White can't hit. Now Monk. In his last outing, 16 points for him. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for the 8 seconds. As we head towards the playoffs, let's see where the Eastern Conference standings sit. You look at Milwaukee, a fantastic season so far for them. First place in the conference. And, of course, Chicago, they're now in 3rd place.
Well, I think for Milwaukee, I recall them having a lot of naysayers at the start of the season. But now, they may not have any. This team is ready for a deep playoff run.
Even though some people doubted them, there are just as many people, if not more, who believed in this team from the very beginning. And it's pretty clear right now who was right.
They've done a lot of good things today, but one area they need to improve is their ball security.
Henderson, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Thompson comes in for Beauchamp. The Bulls trail by 9. Outside Porter, back to White. Dosunmu, the pass to Porter. Williams from long range. Connects from downtown. Williams has gotten 4 this quarter.
A solid read from Porter Jr. When he makes quality passes like this, it helps his team's overall chemistry.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time.
I'll tell you what, turnovers just continue to hurt them here in this quarter.
And the Bulls making a change here. Sharp's checked in. The Bucks also with a sub. Giddey's checked in for Monk. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Pass to Sharp. An open look for Porter. And that one hits the back iron.
It is a shame to see a high percentage look go to waste. He'll be hearing about this one in the locker room, I'm sure.
And there's the 8-second violation as they can't get it across half court in time.
They just keep giving up the ball this quarter. That's 5 free points for the other guys.
Ellis is checked in for Chicago. The Bucks also with a sub. Monk's checked in. The Bulls trail by 6. Outside Sharp. Monk against White.
A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. Unable to get the ball in bounds, and they got called for a 5-second violation.
Their lead is starting to slip away.
There's a minute 59 left in the second period. Porter from outside. Milwaukee with the rebound. Antetokounmpo has got 6 rebounds here tonight. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. All right, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and see the teams who have been dominating the board since the All-Star break. Number 1, the Bucks.
Incredible rebounding numbers since the break. They've put in a lot of effort on the glass.
Here are the Bulls with the ball. They've outscored them 10-2 during this run. Porter looks it over. Back to White. Williams with the screen. And White hits from deep. And now just a 1-point Milwaukee lead.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
That'll be a 5-second call.
And they just keep making mistakes. I mean, that's back-to-back turnovers, which easily could have been prevented.
Milwaukee foul.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
13 team foul. Substitution on the court.
We've got 1:13 left to play in the second quarter. It's Sharp on the wing. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Antetokounmpo with it. 18 points for him. And there's the 8-second violation as they can't get it across half court in time.
And that's now his 5th turnover of the game. He's got to rein it in.
Chicago with the ball. They've got a 13-2 run going. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here.
It's time for Dance Cam. If you see yourself on the big screen, you know what to do. Show us your moves. You have the camera on you. Get down. Sit down. Give yourself a round of applause.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time. And taking a sec here to look at the leaderboard. Here are the top free throw shooting 2 guards over the last 10 games. Well, you look at Monk. He's been fantastic. Only 1 guy in the league better from the line. And, of course, Shaedon Sharpe. And you have to mention his name as well. A knockdown free throw shooter. You can rely on that at the end of games. 3-pointer. White can't hit.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for the 8 seconds.
Kind of losing their way here. They've let this lead evaporate.
The Bulls on offense. Outpacing them right now, a 15-2 run. On the wing, Porter. Oh, got a piece of it. Stolen by Thompson. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And there's the 8-second violation as they can't get it across half court in time.
The lead has disappeared right before their eyes because of all their turnovers.
Here's White. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Antetokounmpo's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. 11 seconds left to play in the second quarter. White looking it over. Three-pointer sharp. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Chicago ahead. They're up by 1. And we'll be back right after this.
Two quarters of play completed as we welcome you to take a look at some of the upcoming games on the schedule. You know what I was just thinking about, fellas? The NBA has lots of bright lights, maybe too bright for some.
Speaking of bright, Ernie, can we wear sunglasses on the set? You know, I'm looking at Shaq's head, and it's really, that wax he put on his head, oh my God, it's just glaring in my eyes.
Well, it deflects away the haters like you, Kenny. Glad to know it's working.
You have any extra, biggin?
You don't need it, Ernie. You always shine.
And let's take a look back at the first half. The Bulls are in a close one.
Well, one stat in their favor is the one they haven't been racking up, turnovers. They've been very precise with the ball movement.
Like a well-oiled diesel machine.
This from the man who averaged more turnovers than assists in his career. Enough said.
No, that's not true.
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. It's been a clinic out there by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Pretty much the entire first half, he was dominating down low, piling up a ton of dunks.
He has been aggressive, getting into the painted areas seemingly at will and wreaking absolute havoc on the defense.
That'll be a 5-second call. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Josh Giddey.
And one thing he's gotten better at as the years have gone on is scoring the ball, shouldering a bigger load of the offense and being willing to accept the responsibility of a go-to option for this team.
Outside White. Pass to Capella. Ooh, too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. Chicago shooting their 4th attempt at the line tonight.
One shot.
And so he hits the technical free throw. Outside White. Sends it home from three-point land. White's got 8 points.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, and they got called for a 5-second violation.
Remember, they had 0 turnovers at the half. It's been a very different story so far since the break.
Pass to Capella. Back to White. It's hauled in by Portis. Portis has got 4 rebounds now. We've got Sharp. Also Kobe White out there. Clint Capella out there with Michael Porter. And it starts in at the 4 slot. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. White, the pass to Starks. Now here's White. Give him 8. Pass to Capella. Now White. Here's Starks. 5 on the clock. Off the mark there with a 3. Antetokounmpo against White. 17-foot shot on the way. And the Bucks getting another bucket right there.
And using that mid-range area of the floor. Giannis is so confident shooting from there.
White, the pass to Sharp. Lets it fly. And that's good for 2. 6 points for him. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. Ooh, Giannis using his length inside.
And the game plan for them should be simple. Keep getting it to Giannis. The Greek freak is on fire.
And make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Milwaukee with the ball. To the middle. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
Nice feed inside. Saw the play develop and hit him right when he needed to.
Two minutes into the second half of play now. White, the pass to Starks. Floats one. The shot, no good. Good D by Antetokounmpo. For the tie. Look at Giannis playing big inside against contact.
These defenders really need to man up, particularly in the lane.
Chicago has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. Back to White. To the inside. Porter, the pass to Capella. Now here's White. The 3 is up. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo's got 11 rebounds in the game. And Giannis shrugs off the contact.
Oh, man, the balance of...
Like we know these teams among the best defensive squads in the NBA. This figures to be a low-scoring affair.
But it should be an entertaining one, Kevin. And if you're a fan of high-intensity, high-energy defense, there's a lot to love about this matchup.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo and Portis man the post position. Cade Cunningham out there with Josh Giddey. And it's Thompson in at the 3 slot. And that one's good. Onto the Kumbo.
Contact just doesn't matter against Giannis. Once he's inside, he is not to be stopped.
To the paint. Here's Gordon. Onto the Kumbo. Grabs the miss. Count it. Antetokounmpo's got his second basket of the game.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Oh, here's Edwards. He had 27 points last game. 11 seconds left here in the first quarter. Dillingham wide open, and he fires. The three-pointer no good. Here's Giannis, and he converts the layup. Antetokounmpo's got 6.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And we reach the end of the first quarter. Bucks lead by 4. From targets. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Gordon out there with Naz Reid. And it's Dillingham in at the 1. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Dillingham with the bucket.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Here's Giddey. Here's Giannis. And he could not hit that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
Maybe the most highly skilled big man in our league. Giannis is also one of the most frequently fouled bigs in our game.
And he's good on the second. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. And that's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. Antetokounmpo using his speed in transition.
And big men aren't supposed to move that well in the open floor. That's a big reason Giannis earned the name, the Freak.
Launches it. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Powers through inside, Giannis.
And this is where you feed Giannis. The closer he is, the more dangerous he becomes.
For 3, Edwards. It's hauled in by Giannis. Giannis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Giddey. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Yeah, that's exactly how to end the half on a high note. Tacking 3 points onto this lead at the horn. The mood in each of those locker rooms will be very different.
And so it's Milwaukee holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And now all right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
They're doing a nice job of getting their feet wet in the paint. I like the aggression, powering it up and sending it down.
All right, and now that we are in, and that'll do it for halftime. We send.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one, he's been everywhere.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, Antetokounmpo and Portis man the post positions. Josh Giddey is out there with Cade Cunningham. And it's Thompson in at the small forward position. Good on the triple. Dillingham's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Timberwolves. To the inside. And to Antetokounmpo. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. 15 points for Giannis.
And we see this often now from Giannis. His offensive repertoire has become so versatile.
Dillingham, no good. Bucks leading by 10. Here's Giannis. Oh, what about that dunk?
That was special. My goodness.
An amazing athlete. The length, speed, the Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
Pass to Dillingham. To the wing on the left. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
And now we take a listen into the recent huddle from Tom.
You got to get some stop. All right now.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Milwaukee.
The biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
Yeah, they were working hard on both sides of the floor, but that sky-high field goal percentage plus the pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Love the effort tonight.
And what's been a tremendous year tonight, another example, and it'll push their amazing win total on the season to 68. An outstanding, outstanding season we watched this team play.
And, you know, this is a win they wanted badly, guys. They did not want to get swept in the season series.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Reed is out there with Gordon, and it's Dillingham in at the guard position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. It's intercepted. Here's Beauchamp. Pass to Monk to the middle. Back to Giannis. Banked in off the glass. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. All right, David, thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.
And these teams just getting out of the starting blocks on the season.
Funny, BA, because teams whose results last year finished off in places they thought they could have pushed themselves a little further tend to come out with a little bit more focus. And the sooner you can get to being sharp in the early part of the season, the more wins that you pile up, and that kind of confidence can really, really carry you a long way.
And now the Los Angeles starters. Kawhi and Zubac make up the front.
And a good Thursday evening to you. 2K Sports presents the end. And this season's still very young. Greg, what are you looking forward to this year?
Oh, well, Kevin, I'm always interested in the rookies, seeing which guys step up. The leap to the NBA can be a huge one, so you never know what will happen with some of these young players.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo is out there with Ausar Thompson. Then it's Josh Giddey. Then it's Henderson. And it's Cunningham in at the point guard position. Now here's Exum. And a wide open look for Walker. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. Jokic against Antetokounmpo. Jokic grabs the miss. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Denver. The Nuggets moving the ball around. And the rejection by Giannis. And he's able to get it back. Basket counts.
Using his size on the interior, Jokic extremely difficult to stop down there.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down hard and simple.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. The Bucks on top. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And what stands out to you from the Bucks in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second, we've got Thompson. Henderson out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Cunningham in at the point. Here's Antetokounmpo. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. Portis, he's checked in for Henderson.
Bobby Portis.
Cunningham against Murray. And it's Exum in the corner. And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That is his first foul of the game.
His first personal foul. First team foul.
There's 21 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Murray kicks to Jokic.
Antetokounmpo is clearly a freak of an athlete. At his size, with his agility and length and strength. And what really makes him special is that he works so hard on the defensive end. If he's on you, he's going to make it a long night for you.
Here's Murray, and that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Bucks lead by 4. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Thanks for joining us. We've got the Milwaukee.
They're hitting at a high clip. Some shots have been wide open, some tightly contested.
And as the ball continued to fall through. And now here's something that's always interesting. And that's all for us.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space. To operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Jokic is out there with Walker. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Exum. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Here's Antetokounmpo with muscle from Giannis on the finish.
You know, that's a nice little shot to have in your repertoire. Just a lovely touch on that little flob from Antetokounmpo.
Here's Jokic, and he can't jam it through. Jokic has gone only 1 of 5 shooting from the floor. Here's Antetokounmpo, and he makes good on the layup. Giannis has got the lead up to 5 now for Milwaukee.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And it's Jokic missing. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. No one stopping Giannis. No way. No how.
It's almost illegal. Somebody as big as Giannis shouldn't really have that quick of a first step.
Pass to Jokic. That one falls. Jokic has got his second basket.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks heading to the bench with a 7-point. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. On the floor for Milwaukee, starting the fourth quarter. Antetokounmpo out there with Henderson. Then it's Thompson. Then it's Cunningham. And it's Giddey in at the 2-guard spot. Denver calls timeout. They're down by 7. For 3, Murray. Milwaukee with the rebound.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
Here's Thompson. And Thompson slams it home.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Pass to Jokic. Here's Giannis. Takes it inside. And the jam by Antetokounmpo. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was much appreciated, David. And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony.
season's greetings and Merry Christmas to everyone joining. Well, Grant, there's a lot to love about Christmas Day, not the least of which are the great NBA matchups we always get.
Oh, B.A., we've seen some Christmas classics over the years, haven't we? Something about playing on this holiday brings out the best in players and teams.
And now the Washington Wizards starters. We've got Christian Brown, Sarr out there with John Collins. And it's Murphy in at the 1. Sarr misses. 2-for-1 opportunity here.
Hey, if I'm in their shoes, I'd go for it.
Count that one. Antetokounmpo has got his second bucket on the night.
And the soft touch on the floater. Giannis just making a challenging shot look effortless.
Here's Milwaukee. 4-point game. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Almost converts despite the contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And Giannis will just about do anything the coaching staff asks. A true team player.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Washington's gone 0 for 2 from outside. 16 seconds left to play in the first. Cardinals. And that one is stuffed right through.
He put some rage into that one, B.A.
You're telling me. Shot's good by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, attack mode from the start. Exactly what you want coming into this game.
Get it to the right guy, get a high percentage look, and that's the kind of game.
And it goes! He gets it! Wow!
I love to see when those shots go in. What a huge shot to beat the Bucks.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The Bucks on top. They lead by a bucket. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. And welcome back, one and all, for more NBA Christmas Day action. And when you consider how the Bucks are doing, guys, your thoughts?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
All right, this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting in the second. Sarr out there with John Collins. Then there's Christian Brown, and it's Cardinal in at the shooting guard. Down low, here's Collins, and then it's Collins with the dunk.
Oh, a high flyer. Collins playing above the rim and then coming down with force.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Outside Murphy. Knocked loose. Stolen by Thompson.
Might be a good idea to run the clock. Hold it for the last shot.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. The Bucks on top, up by 4. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
I've seen more stops in All-Star games. What do they call it, guys? Oh, yeah, Matador defense. They just let scores go by.
Olé! And next up, here's a look at some of the contenders for the fan favorite. That's it for us.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. It's been a clinic out there by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
We've got Henderson, Josh Giddey out there with Cade Cunningham. Then it's Thompson, and it's Antetokounmpo in at the 4 spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. There's the steal. And a fast break now for the Wizards. Here's Murphy. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo has got 4 rebounds in the game. On the wing, Thompson. Beyond the arc. And the three-pointer goes.
And that's just Giannis making the right play, feeding the open man.
Wizards trail by 7. Spins. Here's Cardinal. Giddey defends, and it's Cardinal missing.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
This team looks so focused out there trying to increase their lead.
You know, they can make things much easier on themselves in the fourth if they just have a few more possessions like that.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. The Bucks on top, up 9. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sport. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the court right now for the Wizards, Christian Braun out there with Sarr. Then there's John Collins, and it's Cardinal in at the 2-guard. Buries it from 3. Here's Milwaukee. They've led by as many as 11.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Now a timeout called by Washington. They're down by 10. A 3 from the inbound. Offensive board. Shot's good by Sarr. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Off the inbound pass. And Giannis throws it down.
With very little left on the clock, they've got a comfortable lead, and the fans are loving it.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
First free throw is good, and that brings him within single digits. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And here's Milwaukee now. Stripped away. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Murphy passes to Sarr. Misses the 3. Antetokounmpo against Murphy. From downtown, Cardinal pulls it in. And so it's Milwaukee with the W. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference once they started to get it.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Doris Burke, and Grant Hill.